Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be making sure that you don't forget the potential that this business has. If you really want to scale this business and you really want to feel comfortable reinvesting your money into the business, then you need to understand the potential this business has, because that's going to be the motivating factor to get you to reinvest in your business and to get you to really take control. You must take a moment to really sit back and think about the potential you have in this business. We are showing proof of concept of annual cash on cash returns of over 500%. And at the rate that we're currently operating at, it's going to finish the year at a 600% cash on cash return. Gross profit margins are in the 40 to 60% range. Rates of return are exceeding 50% on an annual basis. These numbers exist in a very, very scarce amount of business models. If you are considering the freedom that this could be operated with, there's no other venture that provides these returns with this level of automation. It's truly like the dot-com bubble. It's huge. This is a giant wave, and the people who get on early and build this business early are going to reap massive, massive rewards when Airbnb is the next hotel model and Marriott's don't really even exist because it's all just Airbnb now. I would advise you to take a minute to look up what some of the numbers on a traditional business is. Most businesses operate at 20 to 30% profit margins, not 50 to 60% profit margins. Most businesses and investments take years to see a break-even point. We're seeing our break-even point in 1 to 3 months. And in most cases, it's not much longer than that in all cases. I just closed on 4 units, and the first month, before I gave my security deposit, my first month's rent, before I hit my second month's rent payment, I already made all of my money back. For the furnishings, for the security deposit, for the first month's rent, my entire initial investment was made back in 1 month. This is unheard of. If you go and give your money to an investor, they're going to give you a 15% return on the year, meaning you give them 100K. In the next 12 months, you're going to get 15K back on that. We're talking about in 1 month, you already got your 100K back, and in the next month, you're at 200K. It's literally just bananas, absurd numbers when you hit this right on the head. So, like I said, we're seeing our break-even point in 1 to 3 months. A 600% cash-on-cash return will make any businessman or woman's mouth literally drop to the floor and probably entice them to call you a freaking liar. But you're not a liar, and this is not a fairy tale, and these are not fake numbers. These are quantifiable, and these are provable. I have the deposits. I have the receipts to prove it. In my first 6 months, I scaled this business to make, like I said, 84 grand. That's a lot of money in the first 6 months. I was not properly funded, and I did not have a lot of the information that I'm sharing with you now. These are realistic numbers for anyone to reach if I was able to reach them without any help, especially considering I literally mapped out every aspect of this business and the fact that you're partaking in this course. You either have access to or you can easily acquire access to our weekly calls where you can ask me any questions at all. All of these meetings are recorded and posted on our site, and all of the questions are broken down into short segments so you can easily find the answers to what you need. What I'm saying is you have an incredible, incredible resource with this course, with me personally, with the Facebook group, with the other people involved. There's knowledge everywhere, and there's answers to any question you have, any concern you have. There's an answer somewhere in this resource. If you can't get the answer, literally go to the weekly call, get on the line with me specifically, and I will answer your question. Now, if I did this in 6 to 7 months, I was able to make 84K at a 50 to 60% profit margin without this knowledge. And with this knowledge, you should be able to do it in 4 or 5 months. Of course, it depends on how much upfront capital you have and what your situation is, and if you have another job, and if this is the only thing you're doing, or if you're splitting your time up. There's a lot of variables in here, but you can absolutely achieve everything that I achieved in my first 6 months quicker than I did, because I'm telling you how to do it. I made mistakes that you don't have to make because I told you not to make them now. And depending on how good of a student you are and how teachable you are to what I'm saying, and teachability is basically how willing are you to learn this information, and how willing are you to change what you think you know about Airbnb to learn what I actually know about Airbnb so you can be successful. If you're listening to this course and you don't have any Airbnbs, you're someone watching, you don't have any Airbnbs, you didn't get in the game yet, you didn't get started yet, you don't know how this works yet, You don't know what I know. If you think that I'm saying something like, oh, he's wrong, but you don't have any Airbnbs, I got news for you. The joke's fucking on you, because I have my Airbnbs. I have the money. I have the proof. I have this happening every single month regardless. Keep in mind, guys, I really don't care if you guys take this information. I truly want everyone to succeed, and I truly want to build a community of successful just beasts, and I want to make sure that everyone has the mindset and the information and the energy level that they need to be a complete monster in this field and to get anything they want. That is my goal, truly. But if you paid money for this course and you're listening to this and you're going through this and you're like, oh, well, he said this and this is wrong, and he said that and I don't like the way he said that, and he believes this and I don't believe that, so I'm not going to do it. If that's your mindset, quit, leave, drop the course, never come back to it, because you think you know something. I can't teach you anything if you think you know it. If you're sitting there and you think you know more than me, then what are you doing listening to this course? You know more than me. Go do it, right? Like Kanye West said, if someone can do it better than me, then you do it. Literally, if someone can do it better, you do it. The point is, I did it. So if you didn't do it, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what I know. You need to be able to listen to what I'm saying, and if it's different than what you believe, you have to change what you believe. If you continue to be the person that you currently are, you're going to continue to get the things that you've always gotten. If you want to scale and you want to build a big business, you need to change who you are. And changing who you are means you're going to have to change your beliefs. And if you're listening to this and you're not changing your beliefs to be in line with what I'm telling you they need to be, like you need to reinvest, you need to understand the potential, you need to communicate with all your guests up front. If you're hearing those things and you're like, oh, well, I don't really need to communicate with my guests up front. That's just something he said. No, that is not something I just said. That's something that I learned through trial and error, and I know because I did it. So I actually know that that is a necessity in this business. So if you're hearing something and it's not what you think, you have to be willing to change what you think to match what I'm telling you, so you can change who you are, so you can get things that you haven't gotten in your life yet. Guys, rewatch this lesson, listen to that a bunch of times, be coachable, be teachable, and we're going to build a community that is just monsters, literally just vicious monsters of money makers. Literally, you guys are going to come in here, you're going to do this course. If you do it the way I tell you, if you come in with the energy that I have and with the aggressiveness and the tenacity that I have and the confidence that I have, which comes from knowing this information, we're all going to be incredibly successful. And anyone who does do this will certainly find the success. As you'll see in any community, in any group, there's going to be people who sign up, go through the course once. There's going to be people who sign up but don't even go through the course, right? So the people who made it this far, one, congrats, because you're listening to this lesson really deep into the course at the end of a lesson. And I've been ranting for a little bit, so you're still here listening. But that's really good, because you are the ones who are going to be successful. You are the ones who are going to go to the top of the group and be the people who actually are creating this community with me, and we're all going to help each other. This community is going to be able to help everybody. If I have a deal I can't fund, I can give it to someone else. If you have a deal you can't fund, you can bring it to me and I can help you fund it. There's partnerships, there's relationships, there's opportunity in this group and in this community. Get into the community, realize the potential in this business, and treat it seriously. Treat it seriously for 1 year and be coachable and teachable to what I'm saying, and I will change your freaking lives, guys. Let's do this. I'll see you guys on the next slide or the next lesson.